Hello folks, welcome to, let me turn this down, the Whiskered Woodcarver. I'm Jeff C., and this is the show where I carve for about 30 minutes and chat with my friends. I got my pal Joshua Kennedy in the audience. He goes, hey, I miss you and your show. Good to be able to watch again. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. Yeah, we just kind of been taking this week a little quiet with everything going on, and so, but you know, I thought I'd kind of kick off and just kind of relax and do some carving, go live with you guys, and just have a little bit of chat. So let's jump right to the carving cam. So I'm going to have to put my my Santa glasses on, as my kids call them, because I have my different glasses on, and I want to be able to see what I'm doing. As always, we start with putting on the safety apparatus. I'm going to put on my my little thumb guard here on my left hand, because I'm left-handed. And then there's Kristen Anderson. Hey, Kristen, how are you doing? I'm sure you're scrambling on Friday trying to get everything ready. So thank you for stopping by and giving me a wave. I appreciate you. So as always, we're going to start with, you know, kind of getting our knives all sharp. We're finishing up Mr. Bear. So this is the first one I ever carved, and this is where we're kind of at right now. So yeah, we're getting there, pretty close. For about 30 minutes a day, for, you know, off and on for a while, we've been doing pretty good. So so my daughter, we had an argument earlier because I thought that when I went to Disney last, she said that I told her I bought her the baby Yoda socks, or the child socks, and she just said, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I just found those baby Yoda socks. I know I gave them to her. I knew it. I'm not wearing them. I would if I would have kept them. Anyway, so one problem solved. Everything is right in the universe now. We found the baby Yoda socks. So today, the topic was, I put in there was, Joshua goes, you're not the only one who doubts him. Yeah. The topic today is morning routines. What do you do for your morning routine? I mean, mine has changed over the years. Interested to know what you do. And if I get sweat, my office is boiling hot. I've got the air conditioner up all the way. It is hot here in East Texas, and I'm doing this probably at the hottest part of the day. I even got a little swamp cooler thing blowing on me, but it's still hot. When I put up my set, it kind of partially blocks the air conditioner, which probably isn't very smart. But it was hot before I did that, so if I seem a little glistening, that's why. Let's move this a little bit. Added a few beard products in the later years. What is that? What do you mean by that, Abby? That I added some beard products in the later years. I've always had beard products. He has a bigger makeup bag than me. I don't have a makeup bag. Aren't you supposed to be getting supper ready? Anyway. So I'm just kind of right now, I'm still not, I mean, some of the proportions are a little off to me. I mean, he'd be good I could carve out his like eye sockets right now. But right now I'm just kind of going around, cleaning stuff up. Got his clothes on. I need to carve before I do any, you know, finish up. Is these little patches right here. Kind of figure out where I want to put those. I think those kind of add a little cool touch. And that's from a pattern that I found, so that's not my invention, but I just think they look really cool. I want to give like the straps a little bit more definition around. In fact, I'm going to use my V-tool on this one. So Joshua's morning routine is wake up, wife for work, feed the kids, potty, breakfast, computer, prep work, and then engraving. That's really cool. That's a good one, Josh. So yeah, I've been trying to fit in exercise for me every day, but I'm having to get up earlier because it's like today it's so stinking hot in the morning. I'm kind of worried we're going to get pummeled by that that tropical depression or whatever. Jenny Jones says, these would be perfect in our cabin. Where do we buy these? I guess I'd ask you if I should sell them. I do sell them. Actually, Jenny Jones, thank you for stopping by. A lot of times I'll give these away as the drawings. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Mr. Bear, but I have like a lot of Christmas stuff. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. I should drop a link in. We do have a kind of a web store. I need to put some new products in there, but I will let you know, Jenny Jones Wallentine. Thank you for asking. Where's your cabin at, Jenny? So I'm just trying to get some more definition here before I start doing some of the fuzz on the bear, doing a little skin. This is kind of the fun part. It's one of those things, you know, when you're carving, you know, you gotta say I'm done, and that's always a hard place because there's always something else you can do, a little detail you can put on, or, you know, mess around with something. It's like if you're doing something in graphic design or even, you know, layouts for social media stuff, whatever. It's always hard when to say, I'm ready, I'm done. Wife demands link for web store. Well, I'm not gonna put it up just yet, Josh, because there's a bunch of my pins that Dad and I have done that we need to add, and so Abby is going to take some pictures of those, and we'll have those up so you guys can get. I'm a little nervous to put some of the carvings in there because I don't want to be like a production carver, where, you know, I have orders I have to fill or whatever. Because this is kind of just, it's fun for me. But I don't mind making a little extra, if you know what I mean, too. So I got to figure that out. My pal Kim Garst, one time, she bought out, I probably had like 16 of my little, these little Santa ornaments, my little penguin Santa ornaments, and she bought all of those out. So, my stock's a little low, so I need to make some more of those. But it's nice to always be asked. It's kind of fun. But mainly, when life gets a little bit stressful, you know, being able to carve, and I know Josh knows this too, is with his woodworking and his engraving, it can be really relaxing, kind of, you know, everything else kind of disappears. Do you guys have any of that you do? Like, I know some people knit, some people draw. Yeah, what do you do? That could be part of a morning routine. My morning routine is I usually get up and coffee first. Coffee, of course. Then I do prayer and meditation, do a little Bible reading, read a devotional kind of thing, and then I go and then kind of do some business stuff. I found as I get older, and I was a night owl when I was a kid. I didn't have any problem waking up at the crack of noon. But now I like to ease into my day. I don't like, when the kids were little, I remember it felt like it was like jumping up and bam, here we go. Dun, 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 that kind of thing. And now it's a lot. I really enjoy my mornings. So I do a lot of live video, and there's even saying with all the Zoom meetings and stuff, there's this new condition or whatever that's like stress happens, like because you're on live and you don't have all the same visual cues as you used to do, that it tires you out, and that is very true. Like I did the show for Social Media Examiner today, and that wipes you out after you're doing that because you're wanting to be, you know, engaging with people who are watching. I need my smaller knife here. And then pretty soon we got to figure out what I'm going to carve next. After my bear, probably need to have another painting painting day, but so I'm just kind of right now around these straps of his overalls, trying to give a little bit more definition. So what do you think with Mr. Bear here? Should I auction him off or do some... didn't want to do that. Do some sort of contest. That chipped right off there. See, look. There's a little weak spot in the wood. And it kind of chipped around where I wanted his little fold of his clothes to be. But we can fix that. Sometimes things like that just happen. And you gotta adapt. Usually is better than it originally was. Sometimes when you fix mistakes, you get lucky. I'm going to use this this solution that we spray. Try not to spray it over my computer screen. It's kind of it's half rubbing alcohol, half water. And that keeps it from sometimes splitting. This grain here in the end is just really kind of like into split, so I'm hoping this will help keep it from doing that. Nope, still pretty. That's all right. Let's be careful here. I am liking the way the folds in his clothes are doing. So Christian says, morning routine for me. I'm kind of not a routine. Wake up casually, no deadlines first thing. That's awesome. Don hoodie and yoga pants. Get to work. Probably similar to a lot of at-homers. Yeah. I'm rocking the shorts all the time anymore. I was doing the sweats, but that's what's cool about live video. Unless you have to get up and show everybody stuff, you can wear, it can be a party there on the bottom. So about 17 minutes. Man, we should get a bunch of done today. Oh yeah, Josh, I can get you some scrap wood. I got plenty of that to let you play around with some of this basswood here. Gotta be careful when you get done. Sometimes when you get towards the end of a carving, you can get a little sloppy and kind of rushing things. I'm trying not to do that. Spend a little more definition around the boot here. Oh, sure, Josh, I got plenty I can let you play around with. So, yeah, basswood's going to be harder than pine, but it's a little denser, but it's not as soft. Pine would be very, very hard to carve. Push this down here, so. Yeah, red cedar would be pretty, but I don't know many people who carve with that. I mean, some people carve cypress knots. I haven't tried that yet. We've got some. I just haven't played with it yet. So does anybody have exciting plans for the weekend? I may do some carving. Depends on how hot it is. I got those, I showed off those practice sticks I got. I want to carve a little bit more and try some new techniques maybe this weekend. Chris Anderson says, sounds fun. I've carved, actually whittled a bit while out camping, hiking. You should definitely get into it, Kristen. I'd love to see you do that. That'd be fun. I could give you my secret stash of supplies, where I get them from. Secret list. There's just something about sitting outside and not I like it because it doesn't have a screen in front of it. I mean, I'm doing it now, but originally why I started carving is there weren't any screens. It was totally analog. Yeah, I'll give you something to do while you're engraving. Sure. Yep, I'll give you a couple pieces, Josh, since you're so close. Just trying to take some of this, what I call fuzzies, out of this part of the shoe area. So Kristen, I can't remember what you do. I mean, so you were saying you're whittling, but what's your hobby that you do? I know there's one, and I just have forgotten about it. You know, Josh here does a lot of engraving. I can't remember what I can't remember what it is. I know there's something you do. I think was it knitting? Maybe I'm wrong. I just my brain on a Friday is pretty much done. Okay, that sounds like a good trade there, Josh. So you're going to try some power carving with the Dremel tool. I haven't done much of that. I like this in here because it's not. It won't get. I mean, I have wood chips, but it's not too dusty. Yeah. So hobbies, outdoor girl. Yeah, that was it. Kayaking. Yes. That I've canoed, but I've never kayaked. That scares me because they flip over and they flip back around. But that does look fun. I've actually looked at doing that sometimes, but I just never got around to it. I like they have fishing kayaks that I think are really cool because I enjoy fishing. I thought instead of getting a boat, like something like that. Well, there you go, Josh. His new business cards came in today. Kennedy's Cross. Very cool. Can't wait to see those. That's always makes you feel good when you get, like, your first business cards. And I remember that. It was a lot of fun. Don't give them all away. Make sure I get one, Josh. Yeah, this would definitely be something, Kristen, you could do when you're out camping. I have a little bag I got at Lowe's or somewhere that I throw all my tools in and a couple of scrap pieces when I go, like, camping or do an outdoor thing, and just put it in the back of the Jeep, and you're ready to sit around and go to town. They make a cool thing. FlexCut makes a really cool tool called the carving jack that has, like, it's almost like a Swiss Army knife of carving stuff. My dad has one, and it's really cool. And I've thought about getting one of those for camping and stuff. Hey, Liz Wilcox is here. How are you doing, Liz? Appreciate you stopping by. It's a nice Friday with friends. Yeah, so only the ocean kayaks flip. Ours are the flatter fishing style kayaks. Very cool. I do think they're really cool. I just don't know, because I have to get in it, because I've looked at the fishing ones before, and I'm like, I don't want my back to start freaking out on me when I, get in those, and your feet are kind of a weird angle, so I guess I need to, like, go and sit in one and try it for a while before I buy one. But I think we have a lot of lakes around here, so I think it'd be fun to go kayak fishing, because I love to fish, and I just don't do it enough. So, Liz Wilcox, what is your morning routine? That's what we're talking. That's the kind of what we're talking about today. You have littles, so your morning routine is probably different than a lot of us. But I still have to get, in the morning and take the pups out to do their business. It's funny, because I usually do that because I'm the first one up. Then my wife feeds them. Then it's a toss-up who takes them out to do the business after they eat. And I'm talking about my dogs, not my kids. Liz is a fisher too. What kind of fish do you like to fish there, Liz? I got a couple years ago into trout fishing, fly fishing. That is a lot of fun. I could do that a lot more than I do. That's what we did with my son when we went, kind of his senior thing. So when I was a kid, my dad took me on a trip, just the two of us, right after I graduated, and we went to Branson. We rode our motorcycles, and there's a lot of cool hills and mountains and stuff. It's really fun. We went fishing and all that stuff. So when my son graduated, we did the same thing. We didn't ride motorcycles, but we did go to Branson and hung out and fish. And he caught the biggest trout I have ever seen. And then my daughter and I haven't decided. We still need to do ours. We haven't done ours. She kind of wants to go to New York to see a musical or something, and that would be kind of fun. So we got to plan that. So Christian about the kayak says go to a 12-foot. They're way more stable than the smaller versions, 10-foot and less. Yeah, so I need to have one I can pull behind my Jeep. No one goes fishing with Josh. Oh, so sorry, Josh. And so Liz says her morning routine is get up at 5, shower, then work till 7, make breakfast, back to work at 8 a.m. So do you exercise in that time, or is it just like, bam, going? Because I remember that with kids, getting them ready and all that stuff. Luckily, it's just a season, and now I can just usually throw food at them, and they're okay. So Liz says, I like Gulf Coast fishing, flounder, redfish. Yeah, I've never, you know what? I've lived in Texas. I've never, for over 25 years, I've never fished in the Gulf. I've never done deep sea fishing, and I've always only done freshwater. I always have wanted to do that. Just one of those bucket list things. I think it'd be fun though. A lot of my friends have done it, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of need to do that. All right, so I think I'm pretty happy with the folds of his clothes. His, I'll do some cleanup with some of my tools, but I'm pretty happy with what we're doing. Before we put the fur on him, I want to do just some cleanup with some of my little micro tools here. So this is a little skew that'll help me clean up some of the fuzzies, and that's not what I wanted. That's not it either. Where's the one I want? Yeah, this one. These ones here. Yeah, that one. And where's the other one go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So getting all my tools out. Of course, I should have done this before. There it is, the skew. This is one of my favorite ones. We get little gouges out. And we got 4 minutes. I can start cleaning up stuff. So yeah, no, just go right. This is what Liz says about her thing. No, just go right to work before my daughter wakes up. Haven't been exercising lately. In season of rest. See, I had about 20 years of season of rest, and I figured I better start doing that. So I've been working up and doing running. So it's not really. It's more of a jog. It's more of a falling forward really slowly. I don't even want to call it jogging. And my neighbors look at me really weird when they see this. I usually put my beard in a ponytail, and I know they're wondering where this homeless guy's running to or from. So I'm just using this my little favorite tool here just to clean up some of this rough stuff in here before I kind of finish it up, because this stuff is just when you start to paint it, it's a pain. So I like to try to clean up as best I can. Not very exciting, but it's part of the process. So Liz goes, I'm a long distance runner. You look like a long distance runner. I could have guessed that. So she, long distance runner, but I was struggling by Christmas, so stopped and actually feel so much better now. Maybe you're pushing it too much. I feel a lot better too when I'm like eating ice cream on the couch watching Netflix. But I know I need to keep the exercise going as I get older. Liz says I was doing too much and not eating right. Yeah. Joshua goes, my jogging is just fast-paced wobbling with hopes I don't fall because I don't have your cane. Yeah, you got to be careful with that there, Josh. You don't need to be running anywhere. All right. This little thing works so well to clean up this stuff. Clean up the back of his arm here. A lot of this stuff will be hidden when you put when I start doing the little gouges for his fur, but I still like to clean it up just to make sure there's no little fuzzies to mess with the paint. So Liz goes, I've actually lost 17 pounds since quarantine. I did run it yesterday for the first time since January. So, wow. So I started like baking sourdough bread because I was doing the keto thing, and I said, keto, not during the quarantine. So I started learning how to do sourdough stuff, and so I've been baking like a loaf every Saturday or Sunday, then eating that. There's nothing like a turkey melt for lunch on fresh toasted sourdough bread, like toasted cheese and melted. Oh, it's so good. So, yeah. I haven't weighed myself since this whole stuff started. I don't want to. There's enough bad things going on right now. That's the last thing I need. Just to have the scale mock me. Just getting cleaned up there. So I need to post here, what should we carve next? Yeah, so yum is right, Liz. It's awesome. And it's there's a great my time's up. There's a great website called The Perfect Loaf if you're into sourdough. But it has a really easy recipe that I've been using, and it's wonderful. Awesome, guys. Got a lot done today, and it's a Friday. It's a nice little relaxing time together. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate everybody, Liz and Joshua. Liz is always laughing. And yeah, so everybody just yum on the sourdough. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Rhonda Moore goes, I see you. The bear is really coming along. Thank you, Rhonda. Hope you're doing well. I am still baking, by the way. Rhonda's an incredible cook, baker, everything. We still use that chicken ramen noodle recipe that you gave us. So anyway, folks, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Remember, number 1, remember you're apart, but you're not alone. Number 2, wash your hands. Number 3, hug them if you can. And number 4, pray for our doctors and nurses who are still dealing with this thing. And just keep them in your thoughts and prayers over the weekend. With that, I'll see you guys next time. I appreciate all of you. Bye now.